right, next question. Were there any challenges that came up while you were in production for the film? Maybe pre-production? What happened? Were there any challenges that you had to overcome?
So Christelle, who's one of the actors in my film, she's in a web series, and so her people were supposed to like DP and all that, and then the day before, they couldn't do it. So luckily my roommate at the time, she's an editor, she was like, I'll just DP it, we're gonna get a camera and go to the park and shoot it, and yeah, it ended up working out for the better, so.
Yeah.
So one of the number one challenges with Lizard Boy was being the fact that we shot it in the middle of the pandemic. So we really struggled with our locations, but we got a plug at Riverside University High School, and they made it happen for us.
With my film, the most interesting challenge, which is something I'm most proud of, is I didn't know my crew before I got onto set that day. I put on Facebook, hey, anybody want to help me out make a film over the weekend? And people said yes, and I met them when I got there, and it was like we were just this well-oiled machine out of nowhere. So I'm super grateful for those guys, and yeah, we keep making filmmaking like this as long as I can. So.
Funny enough, one of our supporting actors couldn't actually come to one of our shooting days, and he told us 20 minutes before we were shooting. I don't know if anyone caught it, but one of the zombie supporting characters, we put someone else in his shirt and all that stuff. You can't really notice because it's so dark, but they make a little joke about it, oh wow, you look completely different. Your beard looked really nice. So it was a fun challenge, but no one seems to notice, so I think it worked out. So.
I think the biggest challenge for me was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted the film to be. It's been in production for a long time, since 2016. And it was originally going to be a web series, and the script was completely different. And at first I started off with a lot of inspiration, and it slowly died down. And then I picked it up recently, and I finished it. That's why the art is the beginning of the film. The art is worse than the later scenes. But it just took a while, and I think that was the biggest challenge. But once I picked it back up, it went pretty smooth. The recording was great too. That was a lot of fun.
I believe one of my challenges it was similar. It was an older routine that I actually taught at one of the studios in the community. And it was hard to kind of bring people together because it was during the pandemic as well. And funding, because I was like, okay, how am I going to get this done? Where can we shoot it? And I didn't know if outdoors was good timing because it was actually during winter. So I had to rent out a space, and grateful for all my friends and family and all the support, because with costumes and stuff, okay, what are you gonna have? So I think that was one of the biggest challenges I had.
As far as the community three, I mentioned the creator, Ron Bertie. That was one of the biggest challenges because he was actually supposed to direct, and because of some unseen, unfortunate, he had to, I had to take over the day of shooting. I was only supposed to be assisting, actually, but I had worked with the DP before on 2 other films as a director, so that was obviously a big challenge. And then the 2 actors also that we saw in the film, they were both basically replacements, from the day before. And that led to even the actress was supposed to be on there, I think she had contacts for the zombie effect, and that led to the challenges to the visual effects. Post-production, David Hayden was here. How are we gonna do this? We'll figure it out. Other than that, battling a lot of bees, I got stung, and battling live trains that were coming at us.
See, to all the aspiring filmmakers out there, or current filmmakers, you're gonna face challenges, but let this be an example that you will overcome them. And sometimes it always works out for the better. I did not notice, by the way. I didn't notice that at all.
Nice. Yes.
Last question for you all. What's next? What you got in the works?
So I just wrapped my second short film. It's called Cupid's Chokehold. We're in post-production right now. It's about a couple who gets a surrogate and one of them falls in love with their surrogate. So I'm excited for that one. And then I'm also working on another short film called Shattered. It's a love story.
So next for me is Burger Snap. It is a sci-fi comedy based on a college kid that had to find a new route, and he has to get his first job at a burger joint, and aliens invade.
My next short film is a love letter to my favorite teacher, who I'm about to meet right after this event and have dinner with. It's the story of how we're asking our teachers to do too much. It's the story of a teacher who has recurring nightmares about losing his students to gun violence and sets out to solve the problem himself and has the roughest night of his life. So, and I have a feature film coming out, or I go into production on later on, called The Beautiful Brain of Billy Bendecito, which is about an Afro-Latino painter who is struggling with what looks like a mental illness, but it's actually a traumatic brain injury from an incident with the police. So,
And you have a film on Hulu.
yes, I do have a feature film on Hulu called Takeout Girl. You guys should check it out. It is the story of a 20-year-old Asian American woman who tries to save her mom's takeout food restaurant by letting the local thugs move their product in their takeout food bags. So check it out. It did really well.
I'm in post-production for a short film that I wanted to release a long time ago, but with COVID, called Until This Day. It's a romance film. And I'm also filming a fan film for the Spider-Man comics, so.
I have a short horror animated movie kind of in the same style called Town of Sunshine, releasing October 1st on the Animation Overload Studios channel on YouTube, and I'm working on the sequel to a graphic novel.
I will be putting out 2 more dance visuals, and it will also be queer representation.
I co-wrote and co-produced, and you brought that up, Ross, a film called I Dream of a Psychopath, a supernatural horror anthology. That's out on Voodoo, Prime. You can see it on Kings of Horror and Terror Films on YouTube also, and Tubi. But what's next? We actually had a table read this morning for a feature film that I wrote and I'm gonna act in. It's called The Nightingale, and it's about human trafficking. And it starts shooting it shoots next month for about 11 days with additional shooting next spring. And then I'm also working on a feature film, my first feature film that I will direct called Charlie Apocalypto, which I love. Hermanita is you're gonna have characters speaking Spanish and English as well. And also I'm excited that I was part of a documentary called Behind the Buckets. And it's about cosplayers that dress up, love Star Wars, or they combine their love of Star Wars and cosplaying and using it for charity. And we've been working on that for years, and we just got accepted to our first film festival in New Jersey, Kevin Smith's film festival. So we're checking that out.
All right, I want to thank each and every one of you filmmakers for sharing your art and your talent with us today. If you all would like to find any more information about the films or the filmmakers, you can check out our YouTube channel or our social media accounts. Thank you again. All right, everybody give them one more round of applause. We appreciate you. All right, thank you very much, y'all.